All right, welcome to Des Moines Capitals Hockey, live from Ames, Iowa. Rob Paulus, Tony Scott getting ready to bring you the varsity matchup. And we're having a little bit difficulty getting the scoreboard up there tonight for some reason. But we'll go through some stats here. Capitals on the rematch here with the Cyclones. Capitals last time on the ice was last Friday. Then we had the weekend off. And Capitals end up winning against Ames. Capitals come in here in 6th place after 6 games played. 4 wins, 2 losses. 2 losses came to Lincoln. 8 points on the season. 27 goals for, 13 goals against, 141 minutes and penalties. And the Capitals are 3-2, and the Cyclones are looking for their first win of the season. Scoring leaders for the Capitals, number 29, Brent Baxter with 8 goals. Number 21, Clark Kruger with 9 assists, and Clark Kruger's got 12 points total. Penalty minutes, Mason Porup with 31 minutes and penalties. Brett Baxter with 4 power play goals and 1 shorthanded goal, and Olivia Magnuson 2 varsity wins. Rob, well, kind of a short road trip up here to Ames, and we'll see how the Capitals come up and respond. I know they've had a tough week of practice. A lot going on at practice this week and changing a few things up with the lineup with football players coming back. So we'll see how they respond here first period of varsity action.
Yeah, a little bit of conditioning, for those folks, for those guys that were just coming back from football and really getting the team to get in kind of a stretch run here from the Turkey Cup to Christmas. But kind of a light schedule the last 2 weeks with last Friday with these Ames Cyclones and again tonight with a one-game weekend. I say a one-game weekend, but I know Sunday they got practice at 6:30 in the morning. So, just to get ready for the Turkey Cup. So.
Yep, I've had quite a few players say, why did I schedule practice at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday? I said, well, that's the only ice available. You want to be ready for the Turkey Cup, or do you want to stay home and sleep?
Right.
So, it'll be a little bit different. Coach Spring won't be there for practice. He's out of town for Thanksgiving, but he said it definitely will be a different type of practice for Sunday. All right, let's play some hockey. Well, that goes up.
Well, so for all you people out there, we're frantically trying to get the scoreboard up, but we'll try to keep you abreast of the situation on the scoreboard as we go through the game tonight if we can't get it up.
It doesn't work on that setting.
Yeah, a little bit of technical difficulty getting the scoreboard up on the screen.
I just don't see where it's off at. I'll work on it throughout the night and see if I can't figure something out. Didn't change anything since last week, so I'm not sure.
The Gremlins have gotten into it.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Capitals wearing their purple jerseys going to your right on the screen. The Cyclones wearing their white jerseys going to your left. Starting lineup for the Capitals, number 21, Clark Kruger, number 23, Mason Porup, number 3, Hunter Hubbard, and back on the defensive side, number 4, Gabe Myers, and number 6, Carson Davison. In net tonight for the Capitals, number 31, Stefan
Mazakowski.
Yes, thank you. Maslow. Cyclones pick it up down below their goal line on the right side of the ice on the near side. Kruger in to help out. Kruger looking for some help right out front. Centering pass, shot, save. Puck comes free. Centering pass again, and the Cyclones pick it up at the hash marks, chip it off the boards. And the Capitals are able to dump it back in, and then delayed offsides. Kruger picks it up. Picked off by the Cyclones right up through center ice. Cyclones dump it in on net. Saved by Maslow. Sent off into the near side. On the far side, Wiersma picks it up. Capitals making a line change. Send it up to Paulus. Paulus back to Baxter. Baxter, our leading scorer for the Capitals at the moment. And the puck goes into the Cyclones bench. Play is stopped.
Well, some early pressure there by the Capitals, and then trying to get that line change and turn it over at the blue line, giving the Ames a little bit of a shot there to get it in the offensive zone. But now we're in their offensive zone.
Face off to the stick side of Cyclone goaltender. Baxter with the face-off win, sends it back to Young, and the Capitals skated in with Webb. Shot on net, save by the netminder for the Cyclones. Shot on net again, save. Wiersma with a shot from the point, steered off into the corner. Cyclones pick it off, ship it off the inboards, back over to Baxter. Baxter sent it to the far side to Paulus. Up front to Young, Webb. Centering pass again, just chipped over the stick of Webb, and the Cyclones bring it down in. The Capitals in the rink. Shot wide by the Cyclones, went wide of Maslow, and the Cyclone player goes hard into the inboard. And he's going to skate right to the bench. Did not get hit, just lost his edge. Capitals lose possession of it, and the Cyclones bring it down into the Capitals into the rink. Is that offsides? Delayed offsides on the Cyclones. I'm surprised they
let him stay in the zone.
They let him stay in the zone. Usually we see a whistle on that. Shot on net, save by Mazakowski. 14:45 left in the first period, knotted up at 0. I don't know if I can switch this. Oh, that didn't work either. Oops, I think my picture froze up, Rob.
Well, and here's a good return here of Tanner Christ.
Yeah, Tanner Christ back in the lineup tonight. Shot on net, saved by the Cyclones.
Offs to the glove side of the Ames goaltender. Tanner Christ back in there for the draw. Wins it back. Shot just didn't make it to the net. That one did. Saved by the goalie. Another save by the goalie. And Ames gets it out.
That should be icing on the Cyclones. Nope, they waved it off. Capitals pick it up in behind their own goaltender. Played by Knopfler. Knopfler in behind the goal line. And he skates it up to Starr. Starr sends it over to LaPrade. LaPrade fires it on net. Cyclones pick it up on the far side. Picked off by Kruger. Kruger in all alone. Shot, save, and off into the protective netting. Nice awareness by Clark Kruger. Picked that off, and he was 1-on-4. Face off to the glove side of Cyclone goaltender. Kruger with the face off out there with Hubbard. Porp's out there on the front side. Back on the far, defensive side, Davison and Myers. Shot on net, saved by Maslow. Centering pass again. Cyclones with it. Shot on net, save. Sent off to the near side. Porp chasing after it. And Porp paid the price, and we're going to get oh, the door come open? I think the door came open. The door where the players come out, Porp got checked into that door, and I think it came open. So 13:24 left of the first period, 0-0 hockey game. Kruger with the face-off. He has a stare down. The linesman stared down the right wing players on the face-off. Cyclones with it on the far side, send it down into their Capitals in the rink, and Capitals pick it up at center ice, gets it up to Porp. Porp back to Hubbard, and Hubbard brings it down in the Cyclones into the rink, just kept in by Wiersma. Well, Rob trying to get the bus legs off, it looks like. A little slow get going here.
Just a little slow get going, and they're looking for the pass right now, which is good.
Well, that's what Coach Spring has talked about this week, is passing the puck and not relying on one person to take it end to end. So
that's called spectating. Usually what happens with that is players start watching somebody else make a play.
Capitals with it now. Webb's got some help with Baxter. Centering pass out front. Broken up shot. Goal! A backhanded shot by Baxter, and it gets past the netminder.
Well, that's just a good job by Baxter staying with the puck and a good hand-eye coordination. That puck's bouncing toward the crease and just was able to get a stick to settle it down and pass the goaltender.
And the Capitals go up 1-0 at 12:22 left in the period. I just can't get it.
And that is another goal for Mr. Baxter, leading the team with 9 goals so far this year. I mean, and now the 7th game played, he's got 9 goals already on the season.
Wow. Shot on net, saved by Maslow.
And I think that was an assist by Webb, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Assist by
yep.
Webb.
I'll have to look here when I get a chance.
And that if that's an assist by Webb, Webb with 8 assists on the year, that's productive line right now.
Capitals with it down in their own end of the rink. Hard hit up high, and the play continues. That was a high hit on Baxter as he was going down. Capitals with it. Send it up to center ice. And here comes Wiersma. Wiersma skates at one end to the other, brings it all the way down, dumps it down into the Cyclones in the rink on the right side. Down on the end boards, Wiersma with some help by Paulus. Sent over to the left. Starr comes in, and Cyclones bring it up on the right side of the ice all the way down into the Capitals in the rink. Cyclones changing up. Maslow leaves it there. Long pass up to Laprade. Laprade to Starr, and Starr can't hang on to it. Cyclones keep it in the Capitals into the rink. Now the puck comes free all the way out to center ice over to Laprade. Laprade's got Tanner Chris cutting towards the net. Shot save again as Tanner Chris got the rebound.
Yeah.
And that's going to be
just.
Oh, geez. I thought that was going in.
I think Steven had a better angle on that than we did, thank God, because it did look like it was going in.
Capitals with it now up through center ice. Over to play it is Porp. Porp over to Chris. Chris with a hard hit on the inboards. And the Cyclones play it on the left side. Hubbard comes in to help out. Well, Tanner Chris' shoulder looks just fine tonight, so he's playing tough out there. I know that boy's been wanting to get on the ice since where we're at Fremont. He hasn't played since Fremont, so.
Yeah, glad to see him back in the lineup, kind of nursing that a little bit, trying to make sure it's healed before he gets out there. And good job by Tanner so far. Looks like he hasn't missed a beat.
Yeah, I think he got injured that first game in Fremont. Face-off to the Cyclones goaltenders to the stick side. Kruger with the face-off wins it over to Porp. And Kruger picks it up in behind the goal line. Centering pass out front, back to Porp. And the Cyclones bring it up through center ice. Capitals pick it off. Kruger comes in one on alone. Shot on net, or shot towards the net. Goes off the player
I think he got the follow through in the face or in the hand.
Yeah, somewhere. He's hit. It looks like a right leg for number 17 for the Cyclones. Fires it. Shot goes up off the goaltender's shoulder onto the protective netting, and the play is blown dead. And yeah, I couldn't see where that was.
I thought at first he took a follow through to the face almost, and then it looks like a leg, a lower body injury.
10:04 left of the first period. 1-0 hockey game. Face off to the stick side of the Cyclone goaltender. Kruger with the face off. Wins it over to Porp. Porp with it down below the goal line. Centering pass to Hubbard. Just got tipped. And the puck comes out to center ice. Foot race for it now. All the way down in the Capitals in the rink. Knopfler with it. Knopfler sends it over to the far side to Hubbard. Hubbard tips it out to center ice. And the Capitals come in 2-on-1 with Kruger and Porp. Porp shot. Oh, just went over the head of the goaltender.
There's where I'd like to see Kruger go, stop right at the weak side there.
Comes the Cyclones back up through center ice. Paulus went for the hit, just missed. Cyclones send it towards the net. Shot on net, shot save. And Maslow with the save. On the near side, Capitals pick it up. Myers all the way up through center ice. On the right side, dumps it down into the Cyclones into the rink. Paulus chasing after it. He beats the player to it behind the goal line. And the Capitals keep it in at the blue line. Barely. I'm not sure who that was. I think maybe Carson Davison. Back out to Webb. Webb plays it into the right-hand corner. Paulus chasing after it on the sideboards. Nice hard hit. And Myers couldn't keep it in at the blue line. Puck comes out. Capitals dump it back down in deep. Cyclones pick it up in behind their own goaltender. 8:42 remaining in the period. 1-0 hockey game in favor of the Capitals. And we're going to get a whistle. I think it went up in that player's box.
Going to be an offensive zone face-off here. Yeah, Webb with the assist on that goal.
Capitals setting 7th in the league on goals per game. 4.5 goals scored per game. Cyclones pick it up all the way down into the Capitals into the rink. Centering pass out front. Shot on net. Maslow with the save. I'm not sure how that young man got a shot off. He was spinning. Shot on net again. Maslowski with the save. Cyclones pick it up on the left-hand side of the ice. Centering pass out front. Maslow with the save again. And bouncing puck. Webb settles down the puck, and he brings it right up through center ice.
That should be a 10-minute misconduct. He came and hit him in the back of the head with a stick.
And Baxter draws a penalty on Ames, and the Capitals is going to go on the picket fence creamery.
And he went right after him. I mean, that's not a... Wow. That's going to be only a 2-minute penalty.
Capitals will be on the picket fence creamery power play. Somebody's got to let me know if they went out and picked up their ice cream. Have you tried it yet, Rob?
I have not, but I keep thinking about that. I need to get there and get some of that.
I bought some yesterday. I got some strawberry at home. I haven't had it yet, but Capitals power play unit out there. Webb, Kruger, Knopfler, Baxter, and Hubbard. And the Capitals bring it right up through center ice. Long pass over to Kruger. Kruger back to Knopfler at the blue line. Over to Webb. Webb across the center ice line all the way down into the Cyclones in the rink. Tapped into the corner by the Cyclones. Picked off by Baxter. Baxter back to Webb. Out to Kruger on the point. Kruger looking. Sent it over to the far side. Fired it towards the net. Shot save. And Hubbard chases after it. Hubbard picks it up in behind the goaltender. He's got some room. Sent it out to the point to Knopfler to Kruger. Kruger's going to walk it in. Send it over to the right side to Webbs. Oh, shot on net. Shot. Goal! Baxter with his second goal of the evening. And Capitals make it a 2-0 hockey game.
And we just keep tallying up, just in the high slot, being in the right place at the right time for that putback. And again, I think it's going to be a Webb to Baxter look there.
God, just don't remember how to coincide these two together. Oh, that's not it. I'll get the scoreboard figured out. Capitals win the faceoff. Draw it up to the blue line, chasing after this Star. And, God, we're offsides. I don't know how they missed
by
that.
About 2 feet.
Yes. The linesman was looking down at the puck at his feet, and the Capitals did come in offside. Doesn't matter. The Cyclones pick it up, bring it back the other direction. Picked off by LaPrade. Out to center ice. Capitals have it now. Up to Star, and nope, tipped. No icing. 6:38 remaining in the first period. 2-0 hockey game right out in front. Searing pass to LaPrade. And the Capitals pick it off and send it into the near side. Star with it in behind the Ames goaltender. Back out to the blue line. Fires it towards net, just tipped wide. And for the third time tonight, it's going to go up into the Cyclones bench, and we're going to get a whistle. And assists go to Hunter Hubbard and Clark Kruger on that.
Okay. I thought Webb was out there again, but no, he wasn't.
Face off to the stick side of Cyclone goaltender. Capitals lose that face off, and the Cyclones pick it up. They bring it on the half board on the near side, and Capitals come in offsides. Capitals changed up a little bit. Going to bring out this, looks like a...
Got Brunell out there, yep. and Legler with Kruger.
Yeah. Capitals with it on the far side. Leaves it there to Davison. Davison bouncing puck up through center ice. Dumps it down into the Cyclones in the rink. Chasing after is Legler. Legler misses. Scrum for it right out the blue line. Capitals keep it in. Legler kept it in, sends it down in deep. Kruger, series pass out front, shot towards the net, save. And who's on the ground over there? That's Burnell. Burnell looking for his first goal for varsity and put it right on the belly button of the Cyclone goaltender. And .537 left in the first period. 2-0 hockey game. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves for Tuesday night's game, but the Big Turkey Cup is coming up. 6 p.m. JV time, 8 p.m. varsity time. I think both shot on net save. Paulus with a shot on net. I was looking today. I think the Oakleys have one game tomorrow night against Mason City. I think they're off tonight, and the Capitals play today, and they're off for the weekend. Besides that practice on Sunday, but. So both teams that are going to face off on Tuesday night both should be rested up and ready to go. Capitals win the face-off right on net again. Shot save loose. And Webb looking for the rebound, but the goaltender for the Cyclones just hangs on to it.
Who did we say had that other assist besides Kruger?
Was here, Rob. Hunter Hubbard with the assist with Clark Kruger.
Well, and like the assists keep piling up for Mr. Kruger too at 10 assists, and Hunter with his 4th assist on the year.
Capitals with it down below the goal line on the near side. Left there for Paulus. Paulus fires it on the short side. I saw the hole he was looking at, had a little bit of open net there, and just couldn't quite squeeze it in. And the Cyclones bring it up through center ice, picked off by Paulus. Paulus does a 360, hangs on to it, sent over to the far side to Young. And the Capitals bring it on the near side to LaPrade. LaPrade up to the blue line to Baxter. Baxter gets knocked off the puck. And Paulus stays with it. And the Cyclones pick it off, send it back out to center ice. Oh, nice job by Young keeping with it, and Will Young keeps the play going. Oh, just went past, who was that? Paulus.
Paulus just skipped over his head.
Oh, and Maslow had a tough time hanging on to that puck, went off his glove and just went past the post.
Kind of got a knuckle puck there and throw a changeup at him.
Capitals with it now up to center ice. Left there for Hubbard. Back to Knopfler at the blue line, and the Capitals couldn't hang on to it. Cyclones come in 2-on-2. Now 2-on-3. Shot on net, saved by Maslow, and the Cyclones goes into the net, knocks it off. 3:46 left of the first period. Capitals up 2-0.
Well, just having a little bit of a problem here controlling the puck here, and after last week, after we saw the slow ice at the Bucks Arena, we're here a little bit colder ice, faster.
Yeah, I don't think they have the heat on in here tonight.
No, definitely not.
No, it's cold in here. Kruger with the face-off out there with Hubbard and Porup. Cyclones with it on the far side. Nice hard hit by Kruger. Back to Knopfler. Knopfler up to Stiles. Sent over to the far side to Knopfler. Knopfler has it on a sideboard. Knopfler having a tough time there a little bit.
He's having a tough time corralling the puck.
Yes, he is. Knopfler with it, aimed behind his own goaltender. Oh, he got it picked off there. Knopfler really having a tough time. He gets it right back to Stiles. Stiles up to Porup. Porup to Kruger. Long pass to Hubbard, and the Capitals bring it down, and the Cyclones in the rink. Back to Kruger, and the Cyclones tried to pick it off. Kruger fires it, just goes high of the goaltender wide, and he picks up his own rebound in the corner. Back out to the point to Myers. Myers down in deep to Starr. Hubbard has it now in behind the Cyclone goaltender. Centering pass out front, and Starr tried to put one home. Could not quite do it. And the puck comes all the way out to center ice. Gabe Myers with it. Myers across the red line. And Myers just going to hang on to it. Delayed penalty on the Cyclones as the netminer for the Capitals are on the bench. Extra attacker out for the Capitals. Baxter comes out for the Capitals. Extra attacker. 6 guys on the ice. And Davison gets it down into the Cyclones in the rink. Cyclones touch it up. 2:08 left in the first period. The Capitals are going to go on the picket fence creamery power play.
That penalty is going to be on number 24, Billy Woodward. 2 minutes for slashing.
Why is it every one of my other ones go in there and the score stays up there? I'm not sure what's going on.
So got Baxter.
Hubbard,
and
is that Webb? Webb
out there on the front line, and on the back line here we got Clark, Kruger,
and Knopfler.
Yep. Both on the back
right
line.
on front, shot saved by the goaltender, shot blocked, and the puck comes out to center ice. So tough to see those numbers through the white netting here. Capitals have it now. Webb on the right side, leaves it there for Kruger at the point. Kruger fires it, just goes up over the head of the Cyclones goaltender. Capitals send it on the far side to Knopfler. 1:24 left on the power play for the Capitals. And that goes into the Cyclones bench for the 4th time of the evening, and the play is blown dead. Must be a magnet over there for the puck.
Yeah, 1:24 left in the period and 1:16 on the power play here, so just an 8-second differential, and you know how those power plays go. It'd probably be add another 5 seconds onto the power play, and probably be the end of the period before.
Capitals with it, win the faceoff, gets it to Wiersma. Wiersma over to the far side to Stiles. Fires it, shot saved, and Polish right in front of the net with Christ. No rebound came out. They couldn't get to it. On the far side to Stiles. Back to Wiersma at the point. Fires it, shot.
That time Paulus couldn't get out of the way and hit him right in the shin.
Yeah, he stung a little bit. He limped there just for a second. Back to, looks like he's all right now. Over in the corner, play to Chris. Back to Stiles. Fires it on net, saves. Stiles with a shot on net. Chris there for the rebound, but nothing given up by the goaltender, Anderson. And the play is blown dead. 48.6 seconds remaining in the period, 41 left in the power play for the Capitals. Capitals win the faceoff. Chris with a shot goes off the shoulder of Anderson. And the Cyclones pick it up. They send it the length of the ice all the way down. That's going to be a shot on Mazakowski. On the far side, the player is Wiersma. Wiersma brings it right up the left side of the ice. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Drop pass back to Stiles. Stiles up to Porp. And Porp brings it in. Fires it. Shot off the stick of the Cyclone player up into the protective netting. And there's that number 17 that was limping off the ice. So he's back out there for the Cyclones. So good to see him playing again.
So some good pressure time there by the second power play unit. Now they bring the first one back out.
Capitals win the faceoff back to Kruger. Fires it on net by Knopfler. And that's might just do it for the period. 13 seconds remaining. And the Capitals bring it all the way up to Webb. Right up through center ice. One more chance for the Cyclones. Oh, the Capitals pick it back. And that's going to do it after one period of play. Capitals 2, the Cyclones 0. Shot on nets if they have them here. Oops, I missed the goalies. Cyclones with 12 shots on net, and the Capitals with 20. We'll be back with second period action, and God, they only got 12 minutes on the clock. Back in 12 minutes. All right, welcome back to Moines Capitals hockey. Second period action just about underway as we are waiting for the Capitals coming onto the ice. Pretty quick intermission there, which is all right by me.
Yeah, quick Zamboni.
Capitals up 2-0 thanks to Mr. Baxter with 2 goals.
Got a halftime score for you at the 4A state championship.
Right.
It's Dowling 14, Valley 10. I heard it was 10-7, and Valley had turned the ball over at their own 15-yard line, and Dowling scored on the ensuing play. So big turnover, there will be a lot to be said about that game in the second half, I'm sure.
And for you guys that are watching, I did figure out how to get the scoreboard back up. Not sure how I did it, but I did it. Just clicking on some buttons.
Well, here the first period with the Capitals, a lot of pressure in the offense and their offensive zone against Ames. Just looked a little bit rusty off the bus. With not necessarily with the skating, with just the puck control. Just maintaining puck control and making plays. Hopefully they got that rust off here in the second period.
Capitals will be going to your left on the screen, and the Cyclones will be going to your right on the screen. Capitals wearing their dark purple jerseys, and the Cyclones wearing their white. And the Capitals win the face-off. They throw it all the way down, and the Cyclones in the ring. That's going to... Nope. Well, I was with the goaltender on that. I was on your side, Mr. Anderson. I thought that was going to be icing too, but waved off. Capitals send it all the way out to center ice, back over to Davison. Davison to Hubbard, and Hubbard brings it down into the Cyclones in the ring. Chasing after there's Kruger. Kruger catches up to it. Somebody did point out that Anderson was not the one in net on Friday night or Saturday night whenever we played the Cyclones down in Des Moines. I think it was Friday night.
Well, he's looked pretty sharp so far tonight.
Yeah, Anderson's always a pretty sharp goaltender. Capitals back out to center ice with it, but Myers up to Porp, and Porp brings it down the right side of the ice, gets tied up a little bit, hit hard into the corner, and the Cyclones pick it up on the near boards, right up through center ice. Nice pick by Young, and the Capitals keep it alive and send it back down into the Cyclones in the rink. Anderson leaves it there in behind his own net, played by Baxter. Nice hard hit by Paulus. Shot on net, tipped by Baxter, and Anderson comes up with the save. And I wish I could mic those players up. It'd be fun to hear what Paulus was saying right there.
No, I don't know if you really want to know. I've asked him before, and some of it's okay, some of it I don't want to know about.
Capitals win the face-off. They draw it over to the far side. Left there for Paulus. Paulus to Baxter. And how convenient it is that Joe Baxter is up hunting in northern Minnesota. That we'll remember it, though, Turkey Cup. If Baxter gets a hat trick, better bring the credit card. You'll be buying it.
Oh, yeah, that's a perfect time.
Yeah, great time. Yes. I'm not sure if he has good internet up there or not. I talked to him on the phone today, and it was a little in and out on the phone call. Cyclones with it all the way down, and the Cyclones into the rink. Back to play it as Webb. And the Cyclones pick it up in behind their own goaltender, sitting on the near side, all the way out to center ice. 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Capitals pick it off. Baxter forces the turnover. A little help by Webb, and brings it up to Paulus. Paulus fires it towards the net, just goes wide. Sent over to the far side. Starr catches up to it with Tanner Christ on the half boards. Tanner comes up with it. Oh, and then he avoided a hit. He dodged out of the hit there. Capitals with it down below the goal line. Back out to Knopfler. Knopfler, tough time handling it. Fires it, just goes over the head of the Anderson. Sent over to the far side, and the Cyclones throw it in to the Capitals bench. And we get a whistle. 14-11 left in the second.
Equal opportunity, throwing them in both benches tonight.
Yeah, so I think it's been 4 times in the Cyclone bench and once in the Capitals. So,
and we got a, even score there at Buck Arena tonight. Kind of watching that game as we're doing this one.
Not sure if I was talking to their coach or who I was talking to from Fargo, but he was very interested in our Capitals, and we probably talked 10 minutes before we got on the bus today about Fargo and the Capitals. And shot on net, saved by Anderson, and he actually knew where Ames was and had been to the Ames Ice Arena, so not sure who I was talking to, but somebody from Fargo. Face off to the stick side of the Cyclone goaltender, Anderson. Tanner Chris with a face-off win and sends it to Starr down below the goal line on the left side of the ice. Back to LaPrade. Sent over to the far side. And the Cyclones bring it up through center ice. Brings it down into the Capitals into the rink. Trying to go wide, and Knopfler gets a piece of it. Sends it up to LaPrade. Turnover by the Capitals. Fires it towards the net and never made it, as that time it did. And Mazakowski with the save.
A little careless with the puck there in the defensive zone, and Maslow bails him out with a nice save, and chance to live for another day here as they'll take a face-off to Maslow's stick side.
Capitals lose a face-off shot on that. Maslow with the save, and here comes the Capitals up through center ice. Kruger with it coming down the left side. Kruger cuts in all the way in, and he circles in behind the Cyclone net. Centering pass out front to Porp, back to the point. Davison fires it on net. Anderson sends it off into the corner. Back to Kruger. Kruger backhanded shot. Gets deflected, goes all the way out to the point to Davison. To the far side to Myers. Myers to Hubbard. And the Capitals keep it in. Davison fires it towards the net, gets broken up, and the Cyclones break it out, bring it up through center ice, picked off by Myers. And the Capitals bring it down in 3-on-2, 3-on-1, fires it, shot, and just deflected off the Cyclone player. Hubbard had all net there as they had the goaltender moving, but the defenseman ricochets it off.
Yeah, you could tell where he was aiming for that puck.
We could see
the goalie was sliding to his right, and he was aiming to the goalie's left.
Yeah. The Capitals make a line change, get Wiersma out there. Paulus and Young. And here comes some more off the bench. You got Baxter and Webb. Cyclones pick it up in behind their own goaltender. Picked off by Webb. Webb sends it on the near side to Paulus. Baxter in to help out. In the corner on the left side of the ice. Down below the goal line. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the second period. Capitals up by 2. 2 goals by Brett Baxter tonight. Shot on net, save, almost got his third one. Shot again, tipped, and goes up in the protective netting. 11:45 left of the second period, and the play is blown dead. Capitals back into action. Turkey Cup action on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. approximately start time for the varsity. Capitals win the faceoff, draw it back to Young. Young fires it, goes off a shin pad off into the corner. Baxter in to dig it out. Over to Webb. Webb gets tripped up, no call. Oh, Joe Baxter's in Wisconsin, not Minnesota. He said the feed is going in and out on the iPad, but the beer is ice cold, so.
Well, that's what matters.
That's what matters. Well, you'll be buying one more goal here by your son. You'll be buying on Tuesday night, and hopefully that I didn't cut out when that was. Hope you heard that. I think he has to step all the way outside. He told me like 10 feet away from the building to send a text.
He's going to claim he didn't hear you.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
we'll show him the stats if he gets another one here. He fires it towards the net. Shot goes wide by Baxter, and a whole line change for the Capitals.
Fire wagon change for the Capitals and almost got caught with it.
And the Cyclones with it down in their Capitals in the ice. They keep it in at the blue line, and as soon as I say that, it's going to be offsides. Almost kept it in. Chris Laprade and Starr out there for the Capitals on the front side. On the defense side, Stiles and Knopfler. And the Capitals get it out to center ice. Cyclones chip it off the half board or off the sideboard on the far side. 10:16 remaining in the second period. Knopfler on the half board sends it up to Starr, up to Christ, and Christ takes a hard hit, gets bumped off the puck. And that's gonna no icing.
Oh, I don't know why that's not icing.
We've had a few of those. That's all right with me. Let's keep this thing rolling tonight. On the near side to Laprade back to Tanner Christ, and gets it to all the way down and deep, right out in front of the goaltender. Stiles puts the pressure on. He comes in with a hard hit, and the Cyclones bring it up through center ice. Capitals dump it down, and the Cyclones in the rink chasing after it is Hubbard. And the Cyclones beat him to the puck, send it off the half boards, kept in by Kruger. And Kruger catches up to it in behind the Anderson. Sent over to the far side to Porp.
Need to continue to move without the puck here. A lot of guys standing around watching Clark skate around with the puck.
And the Cyclones dump it down into the Capitals in the rink, chasing after it is Myers. Myers over to Davison, and Davison clears it off the half boards up to Kruger. Kruger's got one coming back the other way. Fires it, shot on net, and Anderson with the save. No rebound. Had Porp trailing, and I think Clark was hoping it would be a rebound out to Porp. 8:51 left in the second period.
Well, Mason got outside the defender. If he would have just came in a little bit inside of the defender, I think he would have got the pass from Kruger, but all he saw was that orange guy in the orange uniform between them. So
nice hard hit onto Webb, and the Cyclone high school fans in front love it. If you could hear the cheering, they've been waiting for a hit. And the Cyclones bring it all the way in. Shot on net, saved by Maslow, sent off to the far side. And Webb trying to get a piece of it, tried to get it out of the zone, kept in. And Myers picks it up in behind the goal line. Up to Baxter. Baxter passes it, goes off the shin pad, ricochets all the way down, and the Cyclones into the rink. Putting the pressure on him is Webb. Out there with Paulus. Paulus chips it on net. And Paulus, and the goaltender takes a swipe at Webb, and they hadn't blown the whistle, so he had every right to be poking. I saw that last night in the Avalanche game, and the Avalanche got scored on because the Wild kept poking at it. And the goaltender for the Avalanche stood up, and the puck went in off his padding. And
well, yeah, they didn't blow the whistle.
Yeah,
so
didn't blow the whistle.
Took another, and then the goaltender didn't like it and gave him a butt end of the stick.
Yeah, Capitals win the face-off just right out in front, and that time a little earlier whistle. 8:03 left in the second, 2-0 hockey game.
It was just a little poke check by Paulus that, almost, in good awareness by the goalie, because the goalie didn't really relax there.
Brady Baxter's up there with him. Hopefully he's not drinking beer with him.
We'll see if Brady gets a bigger buck than his dad can.
Yeah, he's probably got a better shot than his dad.
Well, that's the word out anyway.
What's the temperature up there, Joe? Is it colder than Ames Arena? Capitals with it all the way up through center ice, down into the Cyclones in the rink. Fires it towards the net by Laprade, picked off by the Cyclones. Back out to the point, Young with it. It's got some room. Shot! Ricocheted off the goaltender's stick.
That was the only thing preventing that one from going in.
Yeah, they're firing some shots at Anderson right now. 7:27 left in the second, and the puck goes up in the protective netting. it's hard for the puck not to go up in the protective netting, as this ice arena is 90% covered with protective netting all the way around it.
Well, and I appreciate
80%.
that we're standing in a spot where a lot of pucks could probably
Yes.
come your way.
Yes. Cyclones win the faceoff. They draw it up on the near side, chipped it up through center ice, dumped it down into the Capitals into the rink, picked off by Knopfler. Knopfler fires it to the far side to Legler. Legler leaves it there, and here comes Clark Kruger all the way in. Back to play it is Brunel. Shot, save! Save again.
Hey, that didn't go in, but that was a really heads-up play by Brunel. You know, kind of knowing where that puck was going to wind up if he didn't make it in the back of the goal.
Yep. A nice awareness by Clark, and that's just all-out good play. And the puck back over to the far side. Legler with a hard hit, fires it, and we're going to get a penalty on the Capitals. Puck comes up. And the Capitals are going to be on the Des Moines Printing penalty kill. Big or small, give Tyler Scott a call at Des Moines Printing for all your printing needs. What they call, I didn't see.
Called a roughing call.
And who's it on?
I didn't see.
Is that on Clark? Or Brunel? Maybe Brunel over there. Looks like 11.
I think he got a little high on a check and...
Puck goes all the way down, and the Cyclones in the rink. Cyclones pick it up in behind their own goaltender. Out there for the Capitals, Porup, Hubbard, Davison, and Myers out there for the Capitals on the penalty kill unit. 6:18 remaining in the second period. Capitals with 2 goals in the first period. Brett Baxter with 2 goals already tonight. Puck comes all the way out to center ice, and Davison sends it back down, and the Cyclones enter the rink. Cyclones pick it up in behind their own goaltender on the far side. Centering pass. That might be icing on the Cyclones.
I was just going to say that's going to give the Capitals a chance to make a change here and get some fresh legs out on the ice after they've almost canceled out the first half of this penalty kill here.
Capitals have one more meeting with the Cyclones after tonight, we'll have 2 more, right? Have we only played Cyclones once?
Yes.
Cyclones with it on the far side. They win the faceoff. Down below the goal line. Trying to move it forward. Out there for the penalty kill unit for the Capitals. Starr, Christ, Wiersma, and Young. Fires it towards the net, just went wide of Mazakowski. And the puck goes all the way down into the Cyclones in the rink. Anderson leaves it there. Cyclones pick it up, they bring it forward. And picked off by Starr. Gets right back to the blade of the Cyclones, and Cyclones bring it down, and the Capitals in the rink. 25 seconds left on the power play for the Cyclones. And the Capitals clear it out. Nice job by Tanner Chris. Clears it to the opposite end of the rink with 13 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Caps. Cyclones bring it down into the Capitals in the rink. Fires it, shot just goes wide of Mazakowski. Oh, hard hit on
that should be interference.
Young.
That should be interference. The puck was nowhere near him.
Nowhere near him, and the Cyclone player comes in and lights him up. And I agree.
I don't know how you missed that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. And Paulus comes in with a hard hit. Battle in the corner. And still no call. They're letting him play on. Shot goes wide of Maslow. Over to play it is Wiersma. And it's getting chippy out there right now with 4:09 left in the second period. And it is just a headhunt right now.
That's the unfortunate part when things are...
Oh, hard hit again. Paulus with the hit. And the puck goes all the way down, and the Cyclones into the rink. We're going to get a penalty on the Cyclones. We're going to get a slashing call. And the Capitals will be on the Little Debbie Snack Cake power play. 3:54 left of the second period as White, number 16 for the Cyclone, goes into the sin bin. Make sure you stop by any of your local stores anywhere in the U.S. and pick up your Little Debbie Christmas cakes, most popular item right now.
Yeah, and I don't know what the Ames coach is complaining about. His guys got away with some pretty bad, interference checks down here. And
they're not. I don't think a coach ever wins the battle.
Well, you're not going to win
No.
it. It's.
But it sticks in their head a little bit. Capitals power play unit out there. Baxter, Webb, Hubbard, Knopfler, and Kruger. And Capitals win the faceoff out to Knopfler. Knopfler over to the right side to Kruger. Kruger leaves it there for Webb. Playing it on the right side of the ice. Back to Webb on the far side. Back to Kruger. Fires it off the shin pads and comes right back to Kruger's stick. And Kruger keeps it on the far side. Knopfler fires it. Just goes off his blade wrong and veered off into the corner. Shot on net. Shot save. Anderson with 2 saves. Back out to Kruger. Kruger's kept it in at the blue line twice. Now fires it. Shot. Goal! That might have been tipped by Hubbard in front, but needless to say, the Capitals get a power play goal. It's a 3-0 hockey game.
Yeah, it sure did look like it. The way it redirected up to the top corner, where Grandpa leaves his best scotch, right?
Yes.
Top shelf there. I think you're right. I'll be interested in how they score this because it looked like it might have been deflected.
Capitals won the face-off. They're all back to Knopfler.
Well, I think in that last exchange down, in our defensive zone, I think, things get a little chippy, and I think the Capitals just kind of said, we're not going to let you push us around. And
shot on net, saved by Anderson, sent off to the far side. Hubbard with it, steering pass up to Kruger. Shot on net again, and Anderson with the save. See what we got here. See if they put it on there yet. That's penalties. Not quite yet. So we'll keep refreshing. They haven't announced it yet either who got that goal. Nope, not yet. I think they're going to give it to Baxter, don't you think? I think Baxter got it.
They should give it to Baxter.
Got it.
Yeah, they should give it to Baxter.
No, I'm just kidding you. He did not get it. On the far side, over the plate is we're right. It got tipped in front of the net. Hunter Hubbard with the goal. Assist by Knopfler, probably. Well, I don't know how they got that. They do have assist by Baxter, but it was definitely Knopfler that threw that towards the net.
Yeah, we'll have to.
We'll have to see if they can switch that at all. Capitals with it, though. Back out to the point. Over the plate is Knopfler. Knopfler fires it. Tipped. Off the post.
Some iron there.
And the Cyclones tried to clear it out. Kept in by Stiles. And here comes the Cyclones. Dumps it down into the Capitals into the rink. Capitals with it now on the near side. Up to Webb. Webb over to Baxter. Baxter brings it in. He's got some room. Century pass out front. And tried to get it to Webb. The Capitals keep it in at the blue line. Fires a shot. Goal! Carson Davison buries the puck. Makes it a 4-0 hockey game at 1:42 of the second period.
And that is Carson Davison's first goal on the year.
Oh, good.
That's Carson's first goal on the year. And I was going to tell you that that's Hunter's sixth goal on the year previous to that.
Well, that's nice for Carson to get that off his back and get one in the net. 4-0 hockey game, 1:42 left in the second. And Tanner Chris with it, skates it forward, and he's got some room and just couldn't quite catch up to it. Tanner gets it into the corner over to LaPrade. And it comes off that backboard, kind of like Buck's Arena, came off that backboard right back out to the goaltender. And Anderson hangs on to it. 1:28 left in the second.
Well, I have to give Mr. Davison a little bit of a hard time now that he's gotten to the column other than the penalty column. So
Brady's having a lot of root beer up there for him. Good for him.
Take it easy on the root beer, Brady.
Puck goes all the way down, and the Cyclones in the rink, and no icing, and a Cyclone player caught up to it. Sent over to the far side to Baxter. Help that Star over there, 28. Tanner Chris, shot on net, odd angle shot, and Anderson had to make the save. Shout out to Lisa Chris. She said she was going to stay home and tend to a sick dog tonight. So hopefully your dog's getting better, and hopefully you're snuggled up in a nice blanket, Lisa. Puck comes all the way out to the center ice, played by LaPrade. LaPrade up to Kruger. Kruger's one-on-one coming in the other way. Shot on net! Save Anderson.
Right at the goal line.
Wow.
I think the puck trickled back on him, and he saved it right at that goal line.
Anderson, I mean, it's 4-0, but Anderson is just playing. He's not getting much help, but he is definitely keeping the Cyclones a little bit of life in them.
Yeah, we're probably up to 30 saves or so.
39.8 seconds remain in the period. We'll check it here as soon as the period ends. Capitals win the faceoff. Draw back to Young. Young send pass over to Hubbard. Hubbard steering pass to Kruger and couldn't quite hang on to it.
I was a little bit behind him, so he couldn't get any wood on that one.
2-on-2 coming back the other way, and the Cyclones couldn't hang on to it. The puck goes all the way down in the Cyclones in the rink. Steering pass out front to Hubbard. Hubbard skates in behind the goaltender, back out to Young. Fires it, shot, tipped in front, and Anderson with the save. Boy, I don't think I've seen that before in a while. And that's going to do it for this period of play. After Anderson made the save, he looked behind him to see how much time was left on the clock. All right, shots on net. I said I'd get to that. Mazlikowski with 12 saves, and John Anderson for the Cyclones, 25 shots on net with 21 saves. All right, Rob, we'll be back. It looks like they got 12 minutes up there on the clock again, so we'll be back in about 12-15 minutes with third period action. Thanks for listening to Des Moines Capitals Hockey.
Yeah.
All right, Capitals back at it. Third period action just underway. Capitals going to your right on the screen, wearing their purple jerseys, and the Cyclones wearing their white and orange, going to your left. Capitals 2 goals in the first period, 2 goals in the second period. And, Anderson just misplayed it there, and down there listening to the coaching staff, and would like for the team to pick it up just a little bit in their play. I'll put it that way. So we'll see if they come out on a little bit.
You said it in such a nice way,
yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Are you paraphrasing?
No, not quite the way they said it, but we'll see here. See if we can get some a little bit better third period. They thought the second period was better than the first period. So Capitals win the faceoff, draw it back to the blue line. And Lisa Chris did send me a text while I was walking. I haven't looked at it, but I think she's laying there with the dog, has a cone around his head. It's pitiful. And,
the cone of shame.
Yep.
Anybody that's ever had a dog has probably had experienced the cone of shame at one time or not.
The light lamp. Shot on net. Maslow with the save, sent off to the near side. Capitals tried to clear it out, couldn't quite do it. Myers with it now. Myers long pass up to Baxter, and he just tips it down in. Capitals making a line change. Christ, Wiersma, Young. LaPrade comes off the bench with Starr. And for the 5th time tonight, it goes into the Cyclones players bench, and the play is blown dead. Well, the Bucks are ahead starting the third period there, 2-1 at Buccaneer Arena. Should be a good game tomorrow night if anybody's around and want a good game. They're going up against number 1 Dubuque tomorrow night at Bucks Arena. The Bucks lost to shot on net. Goal! Tanner Chris with a one-timer out front.
There you go. There you go, Lisa.
Lisa Tanner camped out right out in front all alone, gets it past Anderson, and makes this a 5-0 hockey game. On a pretty innocent play, Rob. Not much going on down there, and the Capitals beat them to the puck behind the net. And they forgot about Tanner Chris setting in front of the net, and he just buries it easily. What's that for Tanner for goals? Is that... Oh, there he is right here. So that is Tanner's first goal. So he's only got one game. Is that true, Lisa? One game played?
One game, yeah, Fremont.
Oh, yeah, so we came back and played Lincoln. Yeah, he's been only one game played. Wow. I didn't realize that. That's shot towards net just went wide. That Lincoln game preseason the week before is confusing me. I keep thinking that was regular season, which it was not.
Well, it's good to see him get his first goal of the year and many more to come from Tanner here.
Yeah, it looks like his shoulder's doing just fine. It's Cyclones with it at the blue line. Keep it down, and the Capitals in the rink. LaPrade gets a hold of it, gets it up to Christ. And now that goes in the Capitals bench. 14:35 left in the third period. Caps up by 5. Somebody asked me the other night why I don't mention the Iowa Wild. I always stream the Buccaneer game if they're playing, and I don't follow the Wild as close as I do the Bucks. So I'm all for telling the score there of the Wild game if I know it, but I just don't. I'm out of tablets. I don't have any more tablets to stream any more games. So, but I do like watching the Iowa Wild play, and I do keep up on them. I think they've lost like 4 or 5 in a row now. Capitals with it right down in front. Centering pass up front. Got goal! Please turn. I'm trying to see who got that. And I think Stiles gets that, assisted by Hubbard. 14-12 left the third period. Caps go up by 6. Well, I think they're getting what Coach Spring had asked for out of them to step it up in the third a little bit. And I think we've seen it so far for this Capitals team. Right out front, Maslow sent wide, past Maslow. And we get a whistle here. We're going to get a penalty. And Debbie Noe got some ice cream and cookies and cream. That sounds good. I'm just strolling through the messages on Facebook here as I haven't been on there yet tonight. Oh, the scoreboard. Well, somebody's asking about the scoreboard there. I could move it in the right-hand corner if that works better. Maybe we'll... Gary, zoom out on that just a little bit. All the way out now. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. All right, we zoomed out on the camera, so hopefully the scoreboard's not in the way now. I just saw that message on Facebook, and the Capitals are going to go on the Des Moines Printing penalty kill. Big or small, give Tyler Scott a call. Des Moines Printing as Wiersma. Nope, I'm sorry, that's not. Capitals going to be on the Little Debbie Snack Cake power play as number 7 for the Cyclones in the penalty box, and he might have got a 2 and a 10 as there's 2 players in there. And the goaltender's got some issues as Anderson's over at the Cyclone bench getting some equipment worked on. And give me a chance to look at, see what the penalty was for. Jack White with 2 minutes for slashing, but they got 2 players in the box. Maybe they're just a little bit slower putting the... Oh, no, the penalty is for this third period. The head coach for the Ames has a 2-minute minor. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not right. They just changed it. So... Or I just read it wrong. It's head contact. Well, I haven't ever seen this before. The goalie pretty much undressed on the top side up. On the top side, must have had a... Oh, yeah, so he did get a 2 and a 10. It's just not quite...
Head contact.
Yeah. There, it's on there. So I thought it said head coach here for a second, but head contact, and Capitals going to be on the Little Debbie Snack Cake power play. Power play unit out there for the Capitals: Kruger, Baxter, Webb, Knopfler, and Hubbard. And the puck goes all the way down to the Cyclones in the rink. Back to play it is Webb. Webb has it to Kruger. Kruger on the top side. Fires it. Shot on net. Saved by Anderson. Nice shot by Knopfler. Rebound picked up by Hubbard. Back out to Kruger on the top side. Kruger over to Knopfler. Fires it. Just goes wide of the net. And the Cyclones play it off the half board. Kept in by Kruger at the blue line. Sent over to the far side. Trying to catch up to it is Hubbard. Gets it to Baxter. Baxter cycles around. Leaves it there for Hubbard. And just a little bit too much passing for the Capitals as the Cyclones pick it off and send it down into the Cyclone into the rink.
Just a little bit extra pass. Wasn't really in a position to make the shot there. So
Capitals with it on the left side of the ice. Sends it up to Hubbard. Hubbard tips it wide. Played in the corner by Webb. Webb to Hubbard down below the goal line. Back out to the point to Kruger. Kruger's had a lane. Fires it by Knopfler and just went on the short side of the goaltender. Fires it again, and that one goes high over the goaltender's head, sent all the way back out to center ice. Back to play it is Kruger. Kruger cycling around. Over on the near side, right side to Webb. Webb leaves it there for Baxter. Baxter across the blue line, brings it in and dances around him, and Baxter couldn't get a stick on it. Fires it, shot goes wide by Baxter. Sent off the half board by Cyclones, and it goes all the way down into the Capitals into the rink. Mazakowski with it in behind his own goal line. Leaves it there for Wiersma. Wiersma on the far side to Stiles, and Stiles skates it down the left side of the ice. Centering pass out front to Christ, and he couldn't get a stick on it. Kicks it, and it goes in behind the goal line. Centering pass out front to Wiersma. Leaves it there for Porup, and the shot goes wide. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, 11 minutes left in the third. Caps up by a bunch.
Errant pass all the way down the ice there.
Capitals back in action Tuesday night, 8 p.m. The Turkey Cup in town. And if somebody doesn't know what the Turkey Cup is, it has been going on. Lisa Chris has been around just as long as I have, and it's been going on as long as I can remember. And it's the other high school team, the Des Moines Oakleys, will take on the Des Moines Capitals. It'll be the first meeting between the two teams this season. They play for the Turkey Cup trophy. Shot on net, Maslow with the save. And the Capitals having a tough time clearing it out of their own end of the rink. Shot on net, saved by Maslow.
Well, you got to watch a lot of those turnovers. Getting away with it here, but
yeah, we got to watch it Tuesday night. But the Buccaneer Arena will be a packed house. It'll be about 2,000 to 2,500 people there for the Turkey Cup. Shot down in the Cyclones in the rink. Over to play it is Legler. Legler back to play it is Davison. Davison to Kruger, top side. Kruger with it down below the goal line, leaves it on the far side of Burnell. Burnell back out to Davison, fires it towards the net, and gets ricocheted off the shin pads of the Cyclones. The Cyclones bring it down into the Capitals in the rink. Myers sends them into the corner. $1 to get into the Turkey Cup. That's it, $1. Everybody gets charged $1, and we started doing that last year as there was a lot of hard hit, and Legler is going to go to the sin bin. And Legler is going to go in the sin bin. He's going to get a 2 and a 10, I do believe. $1 for everybody to get in at the Turkey Cup. We did that to save some confusion, as there was last year or the year before, of who gets in free and who doesn't. So we made it $1, and actually we had a pretty good turnout. Half the proceeds will go to the Capitals benefit, the what's it called, Rob? We donate to families for Christmas. We adopt a family.
Adopt a family.
Yep, adopt a family, and then some of the proceeds will go to the Craig Long Scholarship.
And what's really cool about that is all the kids go out and actually do the shopping.
Yep. And that's we have a list from the adopted families, and watching our players trying to shop for gifts for another family is pretty funny, especially when they have a girl that they're shopping for, because they have no clue.
Well, thank God the moms go with them, because I think some of the moms talk some sense into them sometimes about what to get. So.
And Legler's, he might be getting a 5. Legler's going to get a 5-minute major, and unfortunately he will be done tonight and Tuesday night.
Well, that's not what we wanted to see tonight.
Boy, I didn't think.
What precipitated a game misconduct there?
Coach Spring is pleading the case, but like Rob and I said earlier, it probably, you don't usually win those arguments. The Cyclones will be on a 5-minute major power play.
Well, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. I hope the young man's all right, and I'm not sure. I don't see anybody attending anybody over there on the Cyclone bench, but hopefully the young man's all right. Capitals will be out the Des Moines Printing penalty kill. Big or small, give Tyler Scott a call at Des Moines Printing for all your printing needs.
Well,
all right, we'll see what happens here.
Good chance to work on your penalty. It's a good chance to work on your penalty.
Because we're talking to the coach, probably. Well, it's going to be, well, if the Cyclones score, then they'll stop the clock. It's a 6-goal differential when the run clock. And there's 8:41 left on the third period and 4:50 left on the major penalty to Legler. And the Capitals have it down and deep over the player's back. So right out front, shot, save, and short-handed try by Webb. And Baxter fed the puck to Webb in front of the net. Let's see what they called here. They're going to announce it, but see if it's on point streak.
They called a check from behind.
Yeah, it was. Cyclones with it now all the way down. Now it goes up. Oh,
it went off a player.
It went off a player. They didn't call it. That's probably good for the Cyclones. And here comes the Capitals trying to clear it out. Back out in front. Shot goes wide of Maslow. Sent off on the half boards. Steering pass just went wide on the short side of Maslow. Sent off into the corner. And the Capitals clear it out. Dump it all the way down into the Cyclones into the rink. 3:44 left in the 5-minute major. 7:29 left in the third. Caps up by a bunch. And the Cyclones bring it down into the Capitals in the rink. Try to get around Kruger. Stiles, Kruger, Knopfler, and Hubbard out there for the Capitals penalty kill unit. Shot towards the net, picked off by Hubbard, and he's going to clear it the opposite side all the way down to the Cyclone goaltender. Anderson picks it off. Anderson has it down below the goal line now, up on the near side. Down into the Capitals into the rink, and boy, I'm not sure where that was going to. Back out to center ice. Cyclones controlling the puck. 2:52 remaining in the power play for the Cyclones. Stiles all over him, down below the goal line. Back to play it is Knopfler. Fires it, shot goes wide of the Cyclone player. Just went wide of Mazakowski. Backhanded shot, went wide again, and the Capitals cleared out. 2:32 left on the major penalty to Legler. 6:17 left in the third period.
Capitals able to get a change there.
Oh, good. Capitals with it now. Back up to play it is Knopfler. Knopfler across the blue line, all the way down into the Cyclones in the ring. Off the post was Knopfler. Sent one off the post. Short-handed try. That's a couple of short-handed try by the Capitals. Here comes Poor brings it down into the Cyclones in the rink, and Cyclones pick his pocket, and they send it down into the Capitals in the rink. Kenhart sends it all the way up into the protective netting, and going to get a whistle. The clock will continue to run. 1:45 left on the major penalty to Legler. Sue Mazakowski, I'm glad it's better. We zoomed out a little bit. Sorry about that. Cyclones with it up through center ice. Sent down into the corner by Porup. Cyclones play it on the far side. Couldn't hang on to the puck. Back out to Myers for the Capitals. Myers stays with it, gets it over to Paulus. Back to Davison, and Davison sends it all the way down into the Cyclones in the rink. Just under a minute remaining in the major penalty to Legler. Cyclones with it down below their goal line. 4:32 remaining in the third period. And that's going to go in out of play.
Well, it looks like the Capitals are going to ward off this 5-minute major. It kind of helps with the running clock. But
yeah, it does help with the running clock. And Capitals are looking to pick up their 5th win of the season. Only 2 losses came to Lincoln the second weekend of the season. And with 2 points tonight, they look like they'll stay in about the same place as Waterloo's got 11 points on us, so we'll get 10 points for sure. Puck comes up to center ice. Back to play it is Tanner Chris. Chris comes in 1-on-2. Centering pass out front and just went wide of LaPrade. Nice pass by Chris. But Cyclones pick it up down below the goal line, and we're right back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Capitals kill off the 5-minute major. Sent over to the far side to LaPrade. LaPrade gets it up out of the zone all the way up through center ice. Back to play it is the Cyclones. The Cyclones with a shot on net. Mazlikowski with the save. At just under 3 minutes remaining in the third with a run clock. So the JV teams yet to play tonight, they will come out and warm up on dirty ice, and then we'll get a scrape. And I'm guessing, Rob, what do you think? Probably about 9:45 or so. Well, that's only a 5-minute warm-up, 15 minutes. About 9:40, I think the JV game will start.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
Well, I remember not too long ago, maybe it was last year before, we started a JV game up here like at
it's like 10:30.
10:30 or 10:45 at night,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
We got done right before midnight, it seemed like. Seems like we always play late up here in Ames. I was talking to the Paulus, brings it down, and the Cyclones in the rink. Shot on net, save, and goal! Did he get a hat trick? You think?
I think it's Brownell. No, that might have been. He might have been him on the putback.
I think it was Baxter.
I think it's Baxter on the putback.
I think so too. I think it's Baxter from Paulus.
Yep. Caleb got 2 swipes on it, but I think Baxter's the one that might have put it in.
Well, needless to say, it's 7-0 hockey game, and we'll wait for the official.
I'm saying it's Baxter, regardless of what this official says.
And I was told by Jody Baxter that they will not be buying on Turkey Cup night. I told her to go get, I don't know if you saw in the news, they have a 99 pack of PBR. I think that fit our team just well.
I saw they were selling bushels of Bush.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Kruger with it. Yep. Oh, Kruger all the way down. Shot on net. Save, Anderson. Go ahead, Rob.
I think it's like 64 beers or something like that. But
37 seconds and it's run clock here. We'll see if we get a face-off here. Looks like we might. Oh, I'll check here before we go off for the varsity here to see who got that goal. And if it wasn't Baxter, we'll get it changed to Baxter.
That's exactly right. They gave it to Caleb.
Oh, Caleb got it. Then maybe he did get it. The way they are celebrating.
It looked like that Baxter might have put it in after Caleb swiped at it again. But
well, that's going to do it. And the Capitals come up with their, what did I say, their Capitals come up with their 5th win of the season. They'll be 5-2 going into the Turkey Cup Tuesday night. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. You stick around for the JV, or?
Yeah, we'll stick around for the JV, I'm sure. So.
Okay. Rob and I'll be back for the JV game here. Like I say, they're going to do a JV warm-up here and then a scrape. So we'll get this game cleared out and saved and bring back with the action. Goals tonight. We'll see. Get it refreshed here. Make sure we get that last one in here. So Brett Baxter with 2 goals tonight in the first period. Hunter Hubbard, Carson Davison, Tanner Christ, Mason Porup, and Caleb Paulus with the goals after that.
And look at Ryan Webb with 3 assists tonight.
Ryan Webb, 3 A's tonight. Clark Kruger with the A. Brett Baxter with the A. Paulus with the A. Starr, Beckett, LaPrade, Hunter Hubbard, and Clark Kruger, another one. Ryan Webb, yeah.
Everybody getting involved a little bit in that.
Yeah. Only penalties tonight. Charles Burnell with a penalty tonight, roughing in the second, and unfortunately, John Legler takes a 5-minute major game misconduct for checking from behind, and he'll have to set Tuesday night. I know he was looking forward to playing that, but that's the nature of the beast sometimes. And don't forget Matt Zlakowski with a shutout tonight. Faced 15 shots, 15 saves, so congratulations to him. We'll be back with the first period action here in about a half hour. Thanks for listening to Des Moines Capitals Hockey.